to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out who's in love with you and what they love about you. I've got 5 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is this gold bangle. Group 2 is this crystal coloured bangle. Group 3 is this chunky gold bangle. Group 4 is this chunky crystal bangle. And group 5 is this gold bangle. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in the reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box or the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the thin gold bangle. Let's see what cards you have. Your first song is Ashanti Happy. All my life I've been searching for you. So glad that I found you, boy. All my life I've been feeling for you. Every day I'm so happy, baby. Boy, you got me feeling so good. You take all my pain away from me. Without you around, I couldn't be, and I'm glad you fell in love with me. And then your second song is Gwen Bunn, How Can I Reach You? I fell in love with something at first sight, and only a fool would try to hide or lie. And to see those eyes just one more time, wouldn't take for granted, no. And I know the sun won't shine until I reach your heart again. Till then, how can I reach you when I need you in my life? How can I reach you? Hard for me to sleep at night. I'm not ashamed to show you how I feel. Longer we wait, we never know until. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the Four of Wands. From the Thoth Tarot, you have the Four of Cups, which is called Luxury. From the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the World. From the Good Tarot, you have the Page of Air. And then from the Goddess Tarot, you have Magic, which is the Magician. It's very nice cards to have. So first of all, it could be somebody who is an air sign, particularly a younger person or somebody who just looks young or maybe acts young. Seeing, especially, it could be a female earth sign, so Aquarius, Aquarius, Libra, or, oh my god, my mind's gone blank. Aquarius, Libra, or, oh my god, what's wrong with my brain? I don't know why I can't think of the last one right now. Aquarius or Libra or Gemini. But since I couldn't remember Gemini, let's just say Aquarius or Libra and not Gemini. But I'm seeing it's not important to me, the sign, ever. I'm seeing more that it's somebody who's very curious, somebody who's very clever. They're somebody you probably have really, really interesting conversations with. They probably have a lot to say. They probably have really interesting thoughts. So if you're lucky enough for this person to share their thoughts with you, then they probably have some really great insight about things. And I think they probably see the world in a bit of a different way from other people. And I think that's also what they love about you as well. So they might be somebody who's a little bit different and they love you because you're a little bit different and you see the world in a slightly different way. I'm also seeing it as somebody who's very creative, somebody who has a lot of talents and skills, somebody who makes a really great impression, somebody really attractive, really, yeah, very, very intelligent, I'm seeing. And with the Four of Wands here, for some of you, I think this is somebody you're already in a relationship with, like it could be your partner, and they're really happy in this relationship with you. They feel blessed to be with you. They feel like they found the right person for them. They feel like they waited their whole life for you and then you came along and you were the perfect person. Whether or not you are their partner, that's how they feel about you. But I'm seeing for some of you, you are already in a relationship. And this person sees you as the world. They see you as someone who has everything that they would want, which is why they love you, which is why they're in love with you. I feel like this is somebody who probably doesn't, with the Four of Cups here, I think they probably don't like that many people. I think they probably have quite high standards, and you meet their very high standards, I'm seeing. Because they're very attractive and they're very high value, so they wouldn't go for somebody unless they were very special to them, and they see you as very special. And then again with this song, I fell in love with something at first sight. So I feel like this could be somebody who is your partner. And to see those eyes one more time, it could be somebody who you used to be close to and maybe you're not anymore, but they're still in love with you. And also it could be somebody who maybe they try and contact you a lot, but maybe they find it hard to contact you sometimes, like how can I reach you? It could be someone you're not with. Longer we wait, we never know until. And I'm not ashamed to show you how I feel, so you could know who this is. It could be that you're trying to hide your feelings for this person, or that maybe they're trying to hide their feelings for you, but they're getting to the point where they're not ashamed to show you anymore. I think if this is somebody you're not with, they're getting to the point where they can't really hide their feelings anymore, and they're going to maybe express it to you very soon. But even if you're not with them, I'm seeing that you probably have quite a good relationship with them already. Like some kind of connection or partnership or friendship or something. Like they could be in your group of friends, you could work with them, you could, I don't know, you could see them socially somewhere. They could be your neighbour, they could be somebody who is in your community in some way. Also with the Four of Cups, this could be somebody, and the song Happy, I feel like this could be somebody who doesn't find it that easy to be happy. So it's quite rare for them to have somebody like you who they feel really happy with. And that's why they love you so much. And also that might let you know who it is, because it's somebody who, with the Page of Air, it's somebody who could have a lot of anxiety. They think a lot and they're very intelligent, but sometimes they think too much, and sometimes I think they can get a bit caught up in kind of negative thinking sometimes and get a little bit down. So you might know them because they might not open up too much about it, but you might be able to tell that sometimes they're like this. I'm seeing if this is a female, they're very, very beautiful, and they have like a very, quite an athletic, slim kind of body, but with curves in the right places. And they're somebody who's quite free-spirited. They're somebody who's quite angelic, I'm seeing. They have quite like a magical kind of, magical, sweet, angelic kind of energy, I want to say. I'm leaning towards feeling like this is a female rather than a male, but it doesn't have to be. But I'm seeing if it is a female, they could have very long dark hair as well. And again, I'm seeing curves in the right places, but slim. And just very intriguing looking. They're very interesting, this person, and they look interesting, as well as having interesting things to say. I'm seeing strongly for some of you, this is your partner, and it's your partner, and they're really, really in love with you. I feel like they see you as someone, this is called luxury. They see you as somebody who's very, luxurious. Like they might think you have really lovely silky hair. They might love your hair, I'm seeing. If you're the feminine, then they love your body. They think you have curves in the right places. And even if you're not slim, they see you as slim. They see you, like if you don't think of yourself as slim, they think of you as in shape, nice body, curves in the right places, lovely hair, very beautiful, very interesting looking. Like they would really enjoy looking at you. And they feel a close sense of connection and friendship with you. They feel like you're a team. They feel like you understand each other. You have fun together. It's a very balanced relationship I'm seeing with the world here. They feel like you could go anywhere together and do anything together because you match each other intellectually, I'm seeing. I think you're both very, very intelligent and you both probably get down sometimes. And you understand each other. And you make them really happy. And they make you happy, but it might be that this could be somebody who lives a little bit of a way away from you as well with the world and how can I reach you. And I think, yeah, it could be somebody who messages you a lot. And maybe you don't always reply to their messages, but they just love talking to you. They really love talking to you. They find you really interesting. And I think, to be honest, I think you'll know them by the fact that they're very interesting and thoughtful. But they like talking to you because they find you interesting. And they love you because they find you interesting. So, Group 1, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please let me know in the comments if you know who this is and if this reading resonated with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel with YouTube's algorithm, so I'd be super grateful. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon for another reading. Bye! This reading is for you if you chose the first crystal bangle. Let's see what cards you have. Your first song is Jill Scott, I Am Not Afraid. I am not afraid to be your future. I am not afraid to be your soil, in which you plant your seed. Flowers they sprout from me. My fragrance in the breeze, you must nurture me, please. The essence of glue, I will stick to you through earthquakes and moods, if ever one thing was true. And then you have Rudimental Sun Comes Up featuring James Arthur. I've been waiting such a long time to feel it, swallowed by the waters around me. Though I took so many wrong turns to see it. But I danced through the blisters at night, and I laughed till I cried and cried, and I ran till my feet couldn't run no more. Suddenly the sun comes up, and I feel my love flooding back again. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the King of Wands. From the South, you have the Five of Wands, fire energy. From the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Hierophant. From the Good Tarot, you have the Nine of Fire, more fire. And then from the Goddess Tarot, you have Strength. So strong possibility that this could be a fire sign. Not that it really matters, but just some clues of who it could be. It could also be Taurus with the Hierophant there. I'm seeing it's somebody very caring, I'm seeing, with the Strength card here. And with this Nine of Wands is very... It looks like somebody very hardworking who puts a lot of care into their work, who puts a lot of care into everything that they do. With the Hierophant as well, I feel like this is somebody who could be... They could have a lot of Taurus energy, so somebody quite traditional, somebody quite cautious, somebody considerate. And I'm seeing also that they see you as marriage material, and that's why they love you. You could be married to them, it could be your husband or wife. With the King of Wands, it's a strong possibility it could be a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. male or female. I'm seeing it could be a man with lighter skin and darker hair, or it could be a woman with darker skin, or a woman with lighter skin and blonde hair. It could be somebody with a medium complexion and dark hair, male or female. What else am I seeing? It's somebody very creative, very, very passionate. If they're not a fire sign, they're just very fiery in terms of they're very creative. They have a lot of talents. They have a lot of skills. They're very good at networking. They're very good at talking to people. They're very good at making what they want to happen. They're very hardworking. They put a lot of effort into things to bring things to completion, to bring things together. They're somebody who, they're not afraid. They're somebody very brave with strength here. They're somebody who's been through a lot. And I think they love you because you've also been through a lot, so you understand each other. And I think sometimes you might argue a little bit, but not in a bad way. It's like exchanging ideas, and they like that. And maybe it like adds to the passion between you. It adds to the excitement when you kind of disagree about things. And they enjoy your conversations. They enjoy doing things with you. I think you have fun together. Like physical fun as well, sexual passion. I'm seeing this person, they probably haven't been in love for a very long time until you came along. And again, I'm seeing they've been through a lot of pain, they've been through a lot of hard times. They've probably picked the wrong people a lot of the time. And this is the sort of person that keeps going despite however much pain they're in. And they often are in a lot of pain, and often they might even have health problems. They might have physical aches and pains, but they just keep going. They're that sort of person, really disciplined, really determined, hardworking. Like if you didn't know them, you wouldn't probably know the amount of stuff that they go through behind the scenes. They're somebody very tolerant, very gentle, and they love you because you're tolerant of them. You understand them. You really get them. And I'm seeing that if you're not married to this person, they would want to marry you. And they're maybe working towards making that a reality. I'm strongly seeing it could be a Leo, male or female, especially female. It could be like a Leo female who's in love with you. This person sees you as very capable. They see you as somebody who matches them because they're very capable and they're very good at leadership. They're very good leaders. They have what it takes to bring pretty much any idea that they have to completion. And they see the same thing in you. They see that you're not somebody who would just come along for the ride. You're somebody who would really help them with whatever they're trying to achieve, so that you would get it done in half the time, with both of you doing the same thing together. And even though you disagree sometimes, together your shared power and energy just creates magic, I'm seeing. And this person sees you as quite magical. And they might be quite a magical person. I'm seeing they're very spiritual with the Hierophant here. Or religious, maybe. They have personal traditions, maybe a very strong cultural background that they are very close to. Or some kind of personal belief system that they follow closely. And I feel like this person gives really great advice, or they love you because you give them really great advice, and they see you as somebody they could have this kind of traditional relationship with, like a marriage. A spiritual union. I'm seeing you do have a spiritual union with each other. They see you really as like their partner, even if you're not. That's how they feel about you. It's like, you could be with me forever. They feel like they could have children with you, I'm seeing. With Jill Scott, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to be your future. And I also think they love the way you smell, my fragrance in the breeze. They love the fact that you're nurturing. They will stick with you forever. And they love the fact that you've stuck with them, or that they feel like you would stick with them, I'm seeing. There's a lot of passion here, very, very, very much passion. So they're very passionate about you, and I think you're a very passionate person. So I'm seeing when or if you come together to have sex, it would be really crazy. It would be really great. And yeah, they have a lot of sexual passion for you. I think they see you as the sun with this song here. It's like you brought sun into their life. Things were quite dark, and I think you kind of changed things. I think you made them feel a lot after maybe they'd kind of numb themselves to a lot of stuff. And I think you bring them a lot of passion and feeling, which means a lot to them. And I think you maybe have been through a lot together, through really hard times together, and you've stuck with them through everything. Or maybe while you've been with them, it could be your partner, and while you've been with them, they've had some really hard times and you've stuck with them when a lot of people would have left. But you've stayed with them and helped them to create things, to build back their life again, maybe when it's fallen apart. And for that, they see you as somebody they'd want forever. So really great reading, group 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to let me know in the comments, especially if you know who this is. That would be really great. And also like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, because it really helps out my channel and it helps more people to be able to see this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon in another reading. Bye! This reading is for you if you chose the chunky gold bangle. Let's see what cards you have. Your first song is Brandy, Can You Hear Me Now? Some things are best left unspoken. Don't waste time with that talk. Just keep that back in motion. It ain't that easy for me to get off, but I can be your guilty pleasure. Just be sure to put it down, down, down. Yeah, I'm ready for whatever. Every night your love for my affection. Please believe I'm guaranteed to turn you out. And then you have Whitney Houston, I Have Nothing. Share my life, take me for what I am. 'Cause I'll never change all my colours for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much. Just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I will hold it back again, this passion inside. Can't run from myself, there's nowhere to hide. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the Two of Pentacles. From the Thoth, you have the Hanged Man. From the Ancestral Path, you have the Fool in reverse. From the Good Tarot, you have the Six of Fire. And then from the Goddess Tarot, you have Balance, which is Temperance. So what I'm seeing is this is somebody who, they're really in love with you, but they might not ever tell you. They might not ever express it to you with this song. Some things are best left unspoken. Don't waste time with that talk. And then goes on to talk about sex. So I feel like this person, with the Six of Wands here as well, I feel like this person, and also the Hangman, the Hangman's naked in this depiction. So potentially, and also the Two of Pentacles here, which is juggling, and usually the Two of Pentacles can look quite phallic in a lot of decks. If you look at it the right way, you might be able to see something kind of phallic. So I feel like this person, they're in love with you, but they really just want sex, so they might not ever tell you that they're in love with you. Yeah, these are both kind of cards of juggling, Temperance and the Two of Coins, in different ways. Temperance is like trying to would be trying to keep something under control, kind of. And the Two of Coins is like juggling and trying to keep things under control. Temperance would be trying to create something new from two different elements. So, yeah, I do feel very strong, like, sexual energy here. But it's not just that. This person they have very strong feelings for you. Really, really strong feelings for you. Like, I feel like you give them life. They have a lot of passion for you and they can't hide it, but I feel like they won't tell you that they love you. They would want to just express their love physically to you and not actually say anything about it. In terms of signs or something, or physical characteristics, potentially it could be a Sagittarius or Pisces I'm seeing, or it could be an earth sign or a fire sign. In terms of appearance, it could be somebody female, it could be somebody with kind of medium to dark complexion and dark hair. For male, it would be somebody with a very athletic body, I'm seeing. And yeah, I'm seeing guilty pleasure. I feel like you guys might have an existing sexual relationship and they're in love with you because it might be that you do some kind of freaky stuff together that not many other people would be interested in, and they really like that. With the Fool in reverse, I feel like this could be somebody who's quite immature, maybe, and that might be another reason why they won't express their feelings for you. It also might be somebody who's like super afraid of taking risks, somebody very, very careful, and somebody who they kind of don't trust things. They don't trust the universe, they don't trust people, they just don't have faith, potentially. But with the Hangman, I'm seeing this person might just be sacrificing their love for you for some reason. Maybe they are in a relationship already, or maybe they're just too immature to have a relationship with anyone. It also, with the Six of Wands, it could be somebody famous, maybe, or somebody who's in the spotlight, somebody in the public eye, somebody who's quite admired, or just somebody very hardworking. And it might be that they don't have too much time for a relationship. Maybe they just have to be careful with getting into relationships. With Temperance, it's somebody they're very good at creating things. They're very calm, they're very patient. They're somebody with spiritual energy, I'm seeing, with the Hangman as well. They're somebody who thinks of things in a higher way than a lot of people do. They have a higher perspective on life. They might be somebody you don't see that often with the Hangman. They might kind of disappear from time to time. But when you do see them, it might be very fun. Like, you might go out drinking with this person. You might socialise, go to social events with them. Also, you could work with them with the Two of Pentacles here, maybe. Or you could know them through work or money, something to do with your money. You could work with them. And they could be somebody who, if you're famous, or if you're in the public eye, or you're in the spotlight, they could be somebody who admires you. Or this could be somebody who just a lot of people admire them. It could be a few people are in love with you as well, I'm seeing. So if you picked multiple readings, or if you were drawn to multiple readings, then please do watch them, because it might tell you more. Yeah, I do see strongly this person, they really love you, but they're willing to sacrifice the love for some reason. And I feel like they can't not have sex with you though. They have such strong passion for you, they feel like they really need to, even if it's foolish. Even if it's a careless thing to do, like this is a very careful person, but they're willing to, I think they're willing to risk anything to have sex with you, kind of thing. That's how much they want to, but they still probably wouldn't ever express anything more or want any more of a relationship with you. I think that's pretty much all I'm getting group 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments, especially if you know who this is. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that really helps out my channel and it helps more people to be able to see this video. Thanks so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon for another reading. Bye! This reading is for you if you chose the chunky crystal bangle. Let's see what cards you have. Your first song is Elliot Trent, Computer Love. You should come through whenever you can, girl. Let's just get lit, get it in. I ain't really trying to be your man. I just want to be part of your plans. I just want to see you dance, girl. I just want to feel you in my hands. Just sex, shorty, no romance. Hit your DM like, go ahead and slide by. And then you have Brandy, have you ever? Have you ever had someone steal your heart away? You'd give anything to make them feel the same. Have you ever searched for words to get them in your heart, but you don't know what to say and you don't know where to start? Have you ever loved someone so much it makes you cry? Have you ever needed something so bad you can't sleep at night? From the Fountain Tarot you have the Four of Cups. From the Thoth Tarot you have the Ace of Cups. From the Ancestral Path Tarot you have the Three of Sacred Circles, Three of Pentacles. From the Good Tarot you have the Queen of Air. And then from the Goddess Tarot you have the Three of Swords. Very interesting energy. I'm feeling this person has a very strong sexual attraction to you and they're really in love with you and they want to tell you but they just don't know how to tell you, and I feel like it's causing them a lot of pain actually. It's causing them a lot of pain how much they want to tell you that they love you and they feel like they can't and they're quite in their feelings about it. And I feel like the only way they can express any feeling to you is kind of sexual. Like they might message you a lot for sex. They might message you and invite you out and it might just come across really badly. And they might feel really bad about how it comes across and be thinking about this, but not really know how to show you something more solid. Or maybe that all they can offer you is sex and they feel sad that they can't offer you more and they would like to express their feelings to you but they don't know how, considering. This song kind of says it all. Like they really love you, they can't sleep at night because of how much they love you. It's really cutting them up. And they would do anything, pretty much anything to be able to just express it to you, but they can't for some reason. They search for words and they just don't know what to say. It makes them cry. They love you so much. They cry over loving you. In terms of personalities, it could be, I'm seeing strongly somebody who's quite down, somebody who's quite depressed a lot of the time, somebody quite emotional. But it also could be an older woman who's of an air sign, or just somebody who's got a more mature, somebody very intelligent, somebody who's very wise, somebody who sees things in a very mature, balanced kind of way. This is the sort of person who'd make a really great lawyer or counsellor, somebody who you'd really trust their judgment and their advice. They're probably really good with animals. They have a very kindly face, male or female. They're very wise, they're thoughtful, they're peaceful. And I feel like they're very good with words. They're very intelligent. But they kind of stumble with you because they're so in love with you, and they see you as very good with words, and they see you as somebody who could really cut them, which is maybe why they're afraid to talk to you. I feel like it might be that this person might usually be kind of smarter than everyone, but with you, they feel like you're smarter than them, and they can't really talk to you the way they would normally talk to everyone else. But they love you because you just opened up their heart, something about you, and their heart's just completely open to you. They love you. They feel like you're really loving. They feel like you really care for them. They really trust you, and they feel like you make a good team. You work well together. You could work with this person. You could know them through work. You could have met in a work situation. They could be like part of your team, for example, which might be why they can't express their feelings. And also with these 2-3s, it could be a third party relationship, which might be why they can only express their feelings sexually, even though they would really like to express more feelings for you. And yeah, with the Queen of Air, it might be that they're just really trying to control their feelings and not express it because they know that that's the smartest thing to do. I feel like this is somebody who, they could be a drinker. They could be somebody with the Ace of Cups here as well and the Four of Cups. They could be somebody who drinks quite a lot and they get quite down and depressed sometimes. And they could, yeah, with computer love as well. They like getting lit and going out. And maybe with you, maybe you two do that together. And also maybe they love you because you're not afraid to express your emotions. Maybe you're very emotionally expressive, and maybe you've opened up about times when you've not been as happy, and it's maybe really helped them with their depression and their sadness and the things that they're going through. I feel like they relate to you. They do really trust you. They think you're really sweet and really, like, they really love your face. Whether you're male or female, they feel like your face is very kind and wise and gentle. And it's like a face that they trust. And they do cry a lot over you. You make them cry. And also they think you have really beautiful eyes. And this person probably has very beautiful, sad eyes. I'm seeing. There's like a sadness. And they could have almond-shaped eyes. I'm seeing this eye here. Very beautiful eyes, but quite intense, and their eyes will say a lot of what they've been through. This could be somebody you have a commitment with, I'm seeing, but for most of you, I think it's somebody... For most of you, it's somebody who you know them, and they maybe hit you up for sex, but they actually have really deep feelings for you. It's just they haven't expressed them, and they can't. They're trying to. They're really trying. They really want to express their feelings, I'm seeing. They feel a really special bond with you, which is why they're in love with you so much. They feel like... Yeah, they feel like you understand them, and they feel like they could open up to you, but it's just that they're afraid to right now. I don't know what it is. I think it's because you're really intelligent and that kind of intimidates them, even though they're very intelligent. And they're maybe they're just going through some stuff that's making them feel a bit down and lethargic right now. They're low on energy. This could be somebody quite materialistic who's going through a kind of transformation as well. They could be going through a kind of dark night of the soul at the moment, where their heart's being kind of pierced open, I'm seeing, and they might be having hard times, and it's changing the way they think about things, and they're kind of questioning everything, I'm seeing. So group 4, I think that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please don't forget to let me know in the comments how this resonated with you and if you know who this is, and like and subscribe because that really helps out my channel and it helps more people to see this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose this gold bangle. Let's see what cards you have. Your first song is Ryan Leslie, Just Right. You're my cure, you're my remedy. So sincere and pure, said I'll never leave. I'll stay by your side for eternity, till the day I die. Because you're just right for me, I'm just right for you. Come and share your life with me, and I'll share my life with you. And your second song is Summer Walker Deep. Trust me, I don't like being alone. Thinking about ringing your line, I wish you would come home. But I'm just trying to balance my space, I'm just trying to protect my space. I don't really need the pain, but I love to feel the pain. Baby, I could use a break, so you might just have to wait. 'Cause we're way too in love just to fuck and let go. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the Seven of Coins. From the Thoth, you have the Eight of Swords, which is called Interference. From the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Princess of Staves. From the Good Tarot, you have the Three of Fire. And then from the Goddess Tarot, you have Sacrifice, which is the Hangman. I feel like this is somebody who you really love as well. First of all, I feel like this is somebody who you think is right for you, and they also think you're right for them. And you might already be together, and you might have a relationship which there might have been quite a lot of pain, and maybe you're in a period where it's like a break right now, but this person's really in love with you and they can't let go of you. And I also feel like maybe this is somebody who does spend quite a lot of time by themselves, and they really need their space, and they love you because you allow them to have their space. The relationship with you is not claustrophobic. You don't overcrowd them. You don't call them too much. You're not clingy, but you're there for them whenever they need you, kind of thing. And you might have a kind of on again, off again relationship, which is quite painful. But it's like you both have an understanding, and you kind of forgive each other when you hurt each other, and they like that. That makes them feel secure with you. The fact that they know like they won't ever leave you and you won't ever leave them, even when things get bad. I also feel like you might wait for this person, or this person's been waiting for you a lot, maybe because one or both of you is really busy and just like a lot of space. Maybe you're introverts and you just enjoy your alone time. So sometimes you might not want to spend too much time with each other, but you're both willing to wait, and they love that. They love that you get them, and that trust me. So I'm seeing that they love that you trust them. Some people would probably get really paranoid and start thinking the other person was cheating if they didn't spend loads of time together, say, and didn't phone them every second of the day. But they love that you trust them, even though they're not calling you all the time. They're not seeing you all the time. But they know that you get them. You get that they just need some space sometimes. They need some alone time sometimes. And they love you for that. And maybe you're like that as well, and they love you for the fact that you're like that. And they trust you even though you like some space sometimes. And they couldn't let go of you. They couldn't really just want to have a physical relationship with you. They'd want to have something deeper with you. I'm seeing. This could be, I'm seeing somebody who likes to spend time alone, somebody who could even have social anxiety. Summer Walker has talked a lot about having social anxiety, so this person could have social anxiety, and I think you probably really understand them, and they love you for that. In terms of what they look like, it could be a darker skinned person, especially if it's female. Really, really beautiful, somebody with a deeper complexion, or somebody with a medium complexion. If it's female, if it's a man, it could be somebody with light skin, but it doesn't really matter. What's more important is the energy in all of these readings of the person and like the description of your relationship with them. That's something to keep in mind, but physical descriptions can be fun and helpful, I guess. I feel like this is somebody who they're somebody who has like a big long life plan. They've got their life planned out ahead of them. With the Seven of Pentacles here as well, I feel like they have a lot of ideas for what they want to achieve in life, and they're willing to make sacrifices to make that happen, which is maybe why you don't see them that much. And you really get that, I'm seeing. And perhaps you're like that as well. Perhaps you've made sacrifices for them and for this relationship. For some of you, you could be the mother of this person's children. Or they could be the mother of your children, say. And they're willing to sacrifice for you. Or they love that you've sacrificed for them and the family, if you have a family together. Yeah, there's a sense of a higher level spiritual kind of connection between you as well, I'm seeing. And also a lot of passion and willingness to commit and do the work and be there for a long time, be there for each other, stick with each other. Yeah, I'm seeing a strong potential that this person would want to marry you, or maybe you're already married. Just for some of you, I think you might be married already. And then for others, I think you have a strong, passionate relationship, and they think about you as somebody they'd want a lot more with, and they can't really. They don't think you can have just a passionate relationship because it's too special to them. And if you don't have children together, they see you as somebody who would make a good mother or a good father to their children. They really trust you, I'm seeing. And I think you trust them, and they love that. They love doing things with you, going out with you, having good times with you. This person's probably very creative and fun, exciting, but they're also very cautious and hardworking and willing to sacrifice, willing to wait for things, willing to take things away when it's necessary, like to not engage in certain activities sometimes. This person might quite often quit drinking, say, or like maybe they smoke and sometimes they'll just go on breaks where they don't smoke, or do kind of diets where they limit themselves or little challenges for themselves. That kind of person. But a lot of the time they're just very fun and creative. I'm seeing that they're like serious when they need to be, but they're very fun as well, this person. And they love you because you're probably the same way. Either way, take it whichever way it resonates. It's hard to know which way round is who's who with these readings sometimes. Yeah, they're very willing to do work to maintain this relationship for a very long time. And I think that you are as well, and that's something they really love and respect about you, and there's a lot of mutual trust between you. But also I think this person has some anxiety, or you have some anxiety, so it might be a little bit hard at times, and there might be a lot of pain at times, potentially. Also, another group got this, but where is it? I don't really need the pain, but I love to feel the pain. You might be into some like different kind of sexual stuff that maybe only both of you are into, like it might be something kind of unique with the Hangman there as well, potentially. And they love the fact that you're both into the same things. But either way, they love the passion between you. They love the spark between you. And they can see a future with you, long term. And you might be on a break at the moment. This might be somebody who you're not currently really spending much time with. But they do see a future with you still, so be reassured if that's you. I think that's all I have for you, Group 5. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please let me know in the comments how this resonated and if you know who this is. And also like and subscribe because that really helps out my channel and it helps more people to be able to see this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.